What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So I looked it up. Those things are called purgeners, which is why I named the last episode that. Didn't know the name at the time, but yeah, bottom of my my list of enemies I've killed. They're listed as purgeners. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll just show it to y'all. Scroll the stack should probably go with the mouse faster. Yeah, Sacred Armor Purgener, Vermin Purgener, Island Encampment Purgener, Batal Purgener. So interesting, interesting beasts, that's for sure. And I want to go to there. I'll tell the Empress we need to make everybody leave. I'll see what she says. Then I'll run by, talk to the blacksmith, get the scale soot. Though he's probably going to be a big whiny bitch about it because that's kind of his thing. Honestly, when I get through this, I'm probably gonna, like, even though the stream playthrough is coming up, I'm tempted to just, like, New Game Plus and just play on my own. Because even though we're getting close to the end, like, there's so much I have not done. And triggering, I don't know what we want to call this. I don't know if we want to call it post-game. I feel like we've been Magic Archer for a hot minute, but we also haven't really been pulling in enough discipline to justify leaving. Like, I'd want to master Magic Archer before I consider going to something else.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. So you are returned, Sir Arisen. We are gladdened to find you safe and well in the midst of this calamity. Now, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? You would have the people of this nation abandon their homeland to seek sanctuary elsewhere. 'Tis no small thing you ask of us. We will require some time to consider. For now, prithee speak with Sir Manella. You will doubtless find her patrolling the city. Her assistance will be indispensable if we are to undertake the evacuation of Batal and the checkpoint rest town.
I'm gonna check too. I want to check for pawns too, because I need. I don't know. I was talking to Ratatosker, and he mentioned that the sorcerer person he found only has Maelstrom, so I'm not sure how the Capcom pawns are having Metreon, or whatever it's called, the big meteor. But big meteor is OP, you know. Big meteor is like in the dragon fights, that's what's chunking the dragon. So I do want to pick up a pawn that has that, and then I'll probably put mine back to mage.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
Sir Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
Fight well, for the heavens are watching.
Well met, sir. We meet again. What brings you here today, cuz? Mind if I ask a favor of you, cuz? Another time, perhaps. Boy there, how have you fared, cuz?
Go by the No, there's no point going by vocations. Can't do anything yet.
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray such efforts will doubtless allow the As for me, my work here is far from done.
Flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Backbatal.
You have my support.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Rude.
But why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. If that's what you think, why don't...
Alright, clear off.
Alright, well.
I'll not take that from you.
Well, let me go to the smith and then I'll come back over here. I think the smith's... No, hang on. Wrong way.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy...
Sounds like I have to pick a side.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Trust in yourself as I trust in you!
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance.
Nattering all day.
Mercy!
Drive them back!
That's odd.
She's getting messed up.
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Don't bring trouble to my door. More than my life's work.
Wow, wow. Look who 'tis. What brings you to the smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Well, you're in luck. Our forge is flit. Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you.
Just don't tell him.
Unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save the singularly flavoursome dish, nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw.
So the blacksmith ought grant us some guifenture in exchange for nutriab. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
Well, let's finish the stuff here, then we'll warp back to the dwarves.
I'll not take that from you.
You'll get what's coming to you. Oi, you trying to nick our dinner?
Aye, you'd better run. Those statues fetched a fine sum, they did.
Oi, keep your distance.
What the? Ow, what the fuck? Stop that.
If this is fate, it is cruel indeed.
Don't let them get the better of
Bro.
Don't let them
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Fine, that hurts. We're done for. I ne'er stood a chance.
Failed to resolve. Well, I mean, it's off the map.
Well met.
As a matter of fact,
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll...
Bro, Jesus Christ. I can't even move. I'm stun locked.
Oi, have a little faith in yourself.
how could you?
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Bro, you started attacking
You
me.
could just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll...
Things appear to have quieted down around the city. Shall we bring word of our doings to Sermonella?
Dude, start beating the shit out of me. I shoot him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Violence? Like, yeah, violence.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods. But I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia, and apprise her of heavens only know how many lives.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Understood.
Well, actually, I should look at the new outfit, see if it's any good for Liliana.
Places such as this has no...
I'm really curious to try out Ranger with different arrows, like drench people and then thunder them, drench people then cold them, oil and fire.
One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not?
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Minella to keep the peace.
Outstanding.
So back to the elves, I guess. See, I don't know who to talk to for the volcanic region. I would assume the elves are the only ones left.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Telling them that about the magical food we need.
The sky glows red with fury. Do you know anything of this? What have you come for today?
Hang on, maybe if the quest is active? Speak with the leaders of the lands you visited and guide them to Seafloor Shrine.
The sky glows red with fury. But what have we done to earn its ire?
Is it completed? Discontinued. Completed. Oh. I mean, okay. It's the only substance it can provide. Expect it's going to take quite a bit of convincing for him to allow your elven friend, Dorian, the privilege of rummaging through his forge.
The sky glows red with fury.
I figured we talked to her and said, hey, if you bring this food, dude will probably like it. Let me go talk to... God damn it. I just warped here, but let me go warp back to Batal. I'll go there, I'll talk to him, see if he has dialogue. If not, then... oh well. And there's only one other place I would warp, and that's back to Volcanic to check in on them. I'm going the wrong way. So I don't know, the volcanic area, it's more like an encampment than a town, you know? So it doesn't really have a leader, necessarily. So maybe I just go back to the place, then be like, hey, I talked to people, they're coming. And they'd be like, great. Now you need to go kill God.
Can't put a price on quality. What am I? I'm not interested.
Weird. That quest feels very, like, not wrapped up, but at the same time, I mean, she doesn't have dialogue, he doesn't have dialogue. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying.
Liliana. Witch's hat. Do I get her a witch's hat? That one's not better. The robe and the hat. Orphic robe and the hat would be what to go for. Stat-wise, I mean, the debilitation resistance on that is huge. Or there's the cardinal robe. Which is better, but Fire, ice, poison, sleep, like resistance to everything. I don't know, I like her fashion though. I don't know if it really matters. Eonin coat, that would not be worth it.
But don't you dare. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Let me go check his house, see if those tomes are there. I doubt they are. Nope. I wonder if I can get the book, make a fake copy of it, give it to him, nothing happens, and then he gives up and decides, he goes, oh, I'm done with this, and he gives you the book, and then decides to focus on his family. That sounds very possible. Or shrine, yes. All the merchants are here.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
There, it's fun. It's just shop, 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 shop. They're just all stacked on top of each other. I mean, it's an evacuation effort. It makes sense, but it's still kind of funny to see.
Treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well, it depends. First, I need to get me a juicy-ass sorcerer. Alright. One that is preferably level 50. Or... Maelstrom. Maelstrom, Flaglevin, Frigor. Only one is Anya.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear.
It's Bob.
Lighten your loads by...
She has Maelstrom. 11 Frigor, Flag, and Mail. It's kind of a weird lineup. Like, she's not utilizing any of her strong spells. Let me just reset the rift. Because it's the Capcom ones that all have the stuff. I could always just do a summon one you've had before. Weapon skill. This is what I should be doing. Pearl. No. I do like that loadout, but no. Tia, Arc of Might. Raldin, no. No, damn. I feel like we're getting ready to go to like final boss type stuff. Sebastian. Nigel. Jean. Haggle, Spellhold, Seism, and Metreon. That sounds pretty wild. I think that might be the pick. Seism, Flagration, Spellhold, and Metreon. Levin, Salamander, Thundermine, and Metreon. Because ideally, I think I would want, like, Maelstrom. Probably Maelstrom. Well, maybe... No, not Maelstrom. I'd want Metreon, Haggle, Seism, and then, like, Lightning. Since I know they're cycling, let me check again. I'm gonna get one that has what I want real fast. Maelstrom. You don't have it. You don't have it. Okay. It'll be very different once the game's out, because, you know, there's gonna be pawns that just have the shit that players get. Kirk, Conan. Whereas right now we're basically going through like Capcom RNG to find a pawn. Because I don't think Spellhold even like works right with the NPC spawns. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it doesn't. Flagration, Levin, Haggle, Trion. So all, oh no, Haggle is the ice. That might work well. Just fast fire, fast lightning. Ice AoE. Metreon, that could be solid. Alright. Let's hire you. Where's she at? There she is.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
Simple and Hawker. Alright. Give you a chance.
I'll use this chance to commit myself fully.
Delighted to meet you.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor.
Well, let's see something real fast. Billy has 766 strength.
My talents lie in combining materials.
I don't think anyone competes with that. 766, he just hits like a truck. But I want to take a look at other warriors real fast. Duncan has Arc of Might.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your
717. Got the battle axe. The other ones. Battle axe.
Very well, I shall lend you my aid.
717. Oh, no. See, I'm pretty sure he has the final boss weapon.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear.
Arc of Might. How long does this thing take to go off? I would assume that, like, near one-shot stuff. 720. A big axe. And then... oh, he's got big hit, bigger hit, the stun, and then unstun himself. Why not?
I dare say, I've accomplished.
Please dispense with the formality.
Go. Interested in my ware?
Oh, you have the rift stuff.
It's pleasure doing business with you.
And then you are the dye merchant, I'd assume? There should be another merchant here, but I'm not seeing him. Oh well. So let's go to the center. Well, no, actually we're gonna wrap up. I think we're about ready to move into like endgame. So we'll close out here and then we'll let me see what this is. Oh, yeah, talk. Oh, he probably wants to go on an adventure.
There is aught I would ask of you.
No, we're not going on an adventure right now. Yeah, we'll wrap up here and figure out what goes down the next part, and I'll see you then.